In this video, I'm going to show you how to increase your conversion rate by 5 to 10% by rewriting your most important landing page copy. You don't even need to know how to write copy. You just need to know how to spot what good copy looks like. So we're going to be using a few tools for this. We're going to be using ChatGPT and Claude. You don't have to use both of them. The first way that we'll do it is through Shopify, assuming that you have a reviews plugin and you've already got some reviews. So this is for established stores that have been around for a while and have collected some reviews from their customers. The second way we're going to do it is scraping your competitors' websites, which is a really great way to get started if you don't yet have reviews, or you're selling something unique, or even if you're not selling a product that's on Shopify, you can use this process as well. Like if you're selling SaaS and you have an established competitor, or if your competitor is a marketplace like Amazon or eBay, then you can use this process as well. Also, a quick shout out to my bloodshot left eye, in case you're like, what is going on there? I was a bit sick over the weekend and now I look like something out of a horror movie. But anyway, on we go. All right, let's get into it. So I have one of our clients' Shopify stores open, and I'm just going to skip through pretty quick because this process is not complicated and I don't want to drag the video out. So the first thing you need to do is find your reviews plugin. These guys use Akendo, which is, in my opinion, the best plugin for capturing reviews because the API is so robust and you can do a lot of stuff with it. But you might be using Klaviyo, you might be using Yotpo, you might be using reviews.com, you might be using Judge Me. There's a whole bunch of them, so many. But what you need to do is find what you're using. So as I mentioned, these guys are using Akendo. So if you go to the plugin page, pretty much all of them operate in the same way. They'll prompt you to go and open the web page for your plugin. Okay, so pretty much all of them work the same way. You'll need to find your way into settings. The option is usually hanging out in settings. And then for Akendo, it's called import export. And you just want to export all of the reviews. So the thing to note is you need to be the administrator for the account. If you do this, then most of them, the way they operate is they have a back-end process and they send an email with the data. So once you click this, it would send the export to the administrator, which I did a while ago. That's the import history. I did this a while ago for these guys. So what results is an email that has a CSV with all of your reviews. So just going to skip forward and skip the part where we look at the email. But this is great because now it comes out, has all of the review content. And there's a few other bits of metadata that you don't really need. It's mostly the body of the review that we're interested in. Sometimes the rating can be good to throw into this process as well. But what I'm going to do now is, because this is already in a CSV format, so what I'm going to do is drop this straight into ChatGPT. So I'll just not save that, get out of there. So I've got ChatGPT open over here. So we will drop this in here and then say to ChatGPT, I usually talk to ChatGPT rather than writing because it's a lot quicker. Okay, let's see, it's picking me up, good. Hey ChatGPT, I want you to analyze this CSV, look at the body column and figure out the top 10 reasons that customers love our products. And then also look for the top 10 objections that you believe could be holding people back, or some of the objections or complaints or negative feedback that they have around the products. When you're looking at the top 10 reasons, rank them in order of how frequently they appear in the reviews. So the more frequent, the higher up the list the reason should be. And then the next step from there, we'll talk about some copywriting. But for now, just return the reasons and I'll do some analysis. So what we're going to do is we're going to first analyze in ChatGPT, and then I'm going to switch over to Claude because I find Claude to be a much more natural content writing agent, whereas or LLM, I should say, it's not an agent. Whereas ChatGPT is just a lot quicker with these files. Like, it takes Claude forever, and I find it misses some information along the way. So I like to do it this way, and you can tell that ChatGPT is still taking its time to get through this. So let's zoom in a bit. Okay, so these guys are a custom hat company, so most of the feedback is going to be around the hat being a good thing to wear. The reviews aren't super deep either. Like, there's a lot of them, but most of them just kind of rejoice at the fact that they have a nice hat to wear. So top 10 reasons: soft and comfortable, great quality, perfect fit, true to size, love the look, excellent material, versatile and wearable, good value, fast, easy shipping, ordering, positive brand experience, repeat purchases, bought another, ordering again, my favorite. So already, if you're not a copywriter, this is like gold, because sometimes it's hard to know why people love your product, and you yourself probably have different reasons for why you think it's awesome, and they're the ones that you probably have put on the product page, the PDP, or your homepage. But now we know specifically why people love these products. So soft and comfortable that's a great headline. Like, I could just go and put soft and comfortable on the homepage for this brand. So I could say, like, hats that are renowned for being soft and comfortable. And that would be great, because a lot of people are looking for the fact that the hat is soft and comfortable. Similarly, great quality. Great quality is a kind of hard one to talk about, because everyone says that their products are quality, but it doesn't really mean anything. Durability is a good thing. If you can be specific about durability and craftsmanship, then they're good headlines to work with. Perfect fit and true to size is a big one. This is big in apparel as well. There's a lot of objections around products that don't fit properly, so this is something that I would probably look to push on throughout the content of a PDP. So that's good. We've got some good things to work with from a positive angle. Let's see if there's anything from the negative angle. Sizing inconsistency. Some reviews mention too small, runs large, or wish I sized up or down. So this is something that we could build into the FAQs or around the purchase button. So as someone is about to make a sizing commitment, we could give them some more detailed information around how the hats run and what other people are saying. That's a feature. I don't know if it's supported in Akendo, but I know there are other platforms that support allowing reviews to come back and say how close to true to size products were. Shipping delays. I probably wouldn't push too hard on that one. Color mismatch. That's another thing that we could get ahead of by adding some content just to say that the color of the hat may vary a little bit, but for these guys, we've added a lot of UGC, so customers can have a look to see what the actual colors look like. So most of these are pretty fine. These work more for FAQs. So I would be trying to mix some FAQs in here just to get ahead of these objections. But for headlines and benefits, the top 10 are the way to go. I actually just want to do a little bit more research just to see what the balance of reviews was. So what I'm going to say here, and what I mean by that is I want to see how many people said soft and comfortable compared to how many people said great quality. Okay, ChatGPT, what I want you to do now is give me a count of how many reviews mention the top 10 reasons that customers love your product. So I want to know how many people said soft and comfortable, how many people said great quality, how many people said perfect fit or true to size. The reason I want to know this is that at the moment, I'm assuming that there's a fairly even split between the top 10 reasons, but it may work out that 95% of people are saying soft and comfortable, and the rest of the reasons are split between the other 5%. If that's the case, then I would really just be pushing on that soft and comfortable angle. So you need to get some context about how the split works out. And that's pretty much it. So soft and comfortable is well ahead. So that's the one that we're going to be pushing on the hardest. Perfect fit, true to size, great quality. Okay, so it definitely runs down there. So what I'm going to do now, just to keep this video moving along, is I'm going to speak to ChatGPT and tell it the mission. I'm going to take that content and paste it in Claude. Okay. All right, so the mission now is to write a headline, write 3 benefit statements and write a body description for this product. I'm going to give you the URL so you can crawl the page and understand what the product is. And what I want you to do is take the top 10 reasons that people love these products and weave the reasons into the copy. I want you to do this based on how frequently customers comment on these benefits. So for the benefits that come up more frequently, I want them to be more central in the copy. And yeah, I think that's it. We need to use a natural tone. It needs to try and use customer language. And for each section, for each headline, produce 5 headline variations. For each body benefit, produce 5 variations for the body benefits, and the same thing for the body copy. So we're going to paste this in Claude. I remembered that I have one more piece of data I want to get before we start this content writing process. I actually want to get 10 or 15 quotes from actual customers. So I'll just paste this over here. Give me 15 quotes. Actually, let's make it 20 quotes. Give me the best 20 quotes that relate to the top 10 reasons that customers love the product. So we want to look at the wording that people are using to describe the benefits and use some of the same language that they're using. When customers read the language that they're using on the product page, it does a lot for them resonating with the content, and it's a really good way to write copy. I could also go and do FAQs, but I think once you understand the framework for doing this, you probably don't want to watch me do it for FAQs as well. You'll get the point once we get through this. Okie dokie, so what have we got? I can't take it off. Well, that's not a good start. I love it. It's my go-to hat. I wore it just this past weekend and it looks so cute with my curls sticking out. Okay, this is a hat that gets attention. That is awesome. They owned up and I appreciate the kind gesture. Okay, that's about support. We don't really care about support. I love this hat. I wear it all the time. Customer service is fantastic. I purchased a custom hat for my guy best friend and exceeded my expectations. Absolutely love my new hat. Alright, these are good. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to copy all of this just to give Claude a bit more context. Okay. So we'll say bonk and then paste this. And Opus 4.1 or Sonnet 4.5. Let's go 4.1. I've had pretty good success with 4.1 writing content. And again, just going to zoom in so you can actually see what's going on. So paste all this in here. Claude's a bit slower. Right. I'm ready to help you create compelling copy, blah, blah, blah. Can you show it? Oh, sorry, I forgot to share the URL. Here's the URL. Okay. So what's it said? Share, okay, yeah. And then it's just stated what it's going to do. Good. Good, that's all good. Okay, so we just need to wait for it. Alrighty, so based on the customizable upside down rope hat, here's the blah blah. So headlines. The hat that fits like it was made for you, because it is. That's very average. So comfortable, you'll want one in every custom color. It's not too bad. Finally, a perfect fitting hat that gets compliments everywhere. The custom hat people can't stop talking about or taking off. Okay, so these are not great. Okay, so now I've got to type because we're in Claude. Let's work on the headlines. These aren't great. Changes to make. 1. Use the same language as customers. Aim to pick out pieces from their testimonial reviews that would make a good headline. Aim to keep the reading level no higher than 8th grade. So just a copywriting thing. Most product pages, unless you're advertising something like medical technology or something that where you know that the viewership are going to be like tertiary qualified and expect to see some specific language, always helps to keep the language really simple, because people don't really read on the internet, they skim. So let's start here. Come up with 5 new headline variations for this page. Okay, let's see what it does here. Alright, I can't take it off. Design your go-to hat. Yeah, it's not too bad. I like that. That could work. Although I can't take it off makes it sound like someone's accidentally glued their hat to their head. The hat that gets compliments every time, that's pretty good. I like that. People ask about it all the time. Yeah, that's good. I don't like that. I don't like having a quote in a headline like that. Makes people look twice in the best way. That's good. That one I like. It's not very descriptive. It's the only thing. I wouldn't use this for a homepage because it doesn't tell you what the product is or who the company is. But if you're on the page already, it would be a good one. Sorry, jumping into my desktop version of Claude again. So that's a good one. I'm going to stick with that one. So I'll just tell Claude, I like this one. Let's move on to the benefit statements. Use the same approach, but this time focus on the benefits of the products and why customers love them. We're aiming to write the most important 3 benefits. So propose 10 variations. We'll just start with 10 variations. The quality tends to get a little bit lax once you go beyond 10. So we'll just see how it performs here. Okay, I wear it all the time. That's not really a benefit. Comfortable, fits perfectly and is very comfortable. Yeah, I mean, that's great. That's adjustable sizing that actually works for everyone. That's good. That would be a perfect one for the page. The quality is amazing. Premium materials that exceed. I like that, but I don't like the angle it's going from. I would much prefer to focus on longevity because premium materials is so vague. I get compliments every time I wear it. Your custom design starts conversations everywhere. That is good. That's pretty much the reason why people like these products, because they're custom and they're unique and you can't get them anywhere else. Ordered a second one because it was getting dirty. Good. It's my go-to hat. Quality is excellent and fits perfectly. That's pretty much the same thing. A conversation starter looks exactly as described. So these 2 are great. I like the start of this one, but the angle needs to change to focus on longevity. Longevity. I don't know how to spell longevity. Rather than quality. Fits in. This one, the quality is amazing. So I would keep the quality is amazing, but then change the premium materials part to focus on how long the hats last. I had to say how long the hats last so I didn't have to try it and type longevity again. Okay, here we go. Here's the revised 3rd benefit statement focusing on longevity. Quality is amazing, built to last through daily wear, wash after wash. Meh. Yeah, this one's good. So, quality is amazing. Holds up so well, you'll wear it out before it wears out. Actually, No, I think I prefer this one because this is more literal, I guess. This one, the holds up so well, is a bit vague. Still looks great after months of everyday wear. That's something that people do, and it's a concern that the hat will degrade in quality. So this is great. We'll say this is great. Now let's move on to the body statement. This should be, I don't know, 2 sentences. Yeah, this should be 2 sentences, maybe 3 at the most, and expand on the benefits and the headline. Okay, so this is the last bit. If you are actually writing a PDP, this is like a mock example, but if you are actually writing a PDP, you probably wouldn't go and do a body statement. I would probably focus on FAQs because body statements are a bit too much for most products and you want to be quite literal and specific. Okay, so let's have a look here. Version 1, the upside down hat text isn't just clever, it's a conversation starter that gets compliments. I don't like that. Your custom upside down message makes people do a double take, then ask where you got it. That's pretty good. This is the hat customers can't take off. Ridiculously comfortable, perfectly adjustable, and quality that holds up so well, you want a second one just to rotate. That's good. I like that. I would probably go a bit deeper and tweak this a little bit because I think it's a little bit wordy, but generally it's pretty good. Version 3, design your own conversation piece. Yeah, it's a bit too vague. Version 4, people stop, stare, and compliment. That's what happens when you wear your custom upside down logo. That design, can't read either. Create your hat that becomes your signature look, upside down, text that starts conversations, comfortable, that keeps you wearing it daily, and quality that means it stays looking sharp no matter how much you love it. That's actually probably the best one. So it would be between number 2 and number 5. They're both great. So that's pretty much it for the how you do this process through reviews. Just super quickly, I'm going to show you how you do it without having reviews from Akendo or something else. It is a slightly more painful process, but not that dissimilar. I'm just going to use this same session of ChatGPT. So let's use Amazon as an example. So let's say you have a new store and you don't have any reviews. You are on the hunt for reviews and you can get them from wherever you want, but let's just say embroidered cap. Okay, this one's got 500 reviews, so that's great. We'll just go in here. Alright, so this is the best place to do this from. Unfortunately, Amazon doesn't give you a good way to get all of the reviews at once. I'm sure there's a way to do it through their API or through scraping, but for the sake of moving quickly, we're just going to copy and paste these into ChatGPT. Oh, just clicked on the wrong button again. So what we're going to say to ChatGPT is, hey ChatGPT, I'm going to dump roughly 50 reviews into the chat here. After each time I paste, unless I explicitly tell you to start processing the reviews, don't do anything, just say okay. At the end, what I want you to do is produce all of the reviews into a table, and then we'll do some analysis on the table. If you let ChatGPT go off and do whatever it wants, it's going to do something crazy. So we're just going to keep it within some reasonable measures. So then we just go and copy and paste. Oops, there we go with Amazon. Okay, that's page 1. I'm just going to do like 3 pages of these so we can move forward. Otherwise it's going to take all day. There's page 2. Here's page 3. The good thing about this process is you can do it with any site. You don't just have to do it with Amazon. If you have a competitor that has a ton of reviews, you can go and do this pretty easily. There are even tools you can use to scrape. So if you wanted to go and vibe code your way to a scraper, you could do that. Apify has a bunch of good scrapers that you might be able to find a review scraper. But you don't need to. You can just go and copy and paste. It takes a bit of time, but the more reviews you can get, the better. So now we'll say compile these results into a table so we can run some analysis. Okay, only 30 reviews, but that's fine. Time to analyze this table. So we'll just give it the same treatment. Tell me we'll just do the top three reasons customers love this product, and provide 5 quotes. And then it's just exactly the same process. So then go and drop this into Claude. You can try in ChatGPT, there's no reason you can't. I just personally find that the content writing in Claude is much cleaner, much nicer, and it comes out sounding a bit more human. And it uses fewer emojis, which I'm all about. I'm a big emoji guy. But I think this is where we're going to stop with this one, so I'm not going to make you watch me read any more reviews. But this is the full process. You go and find your reviews, drop them in, do some analysis, find the top quotes, and then go and write your content. And whatever your content is, whatever your content requirements, whether it's FAQs, headlines, body content, photo descriptions, whatever you need, you just tell Claude to use the language that your customers have used and focus on the best reasons, the reasons that they love that product. And you will 100% see your conversion rate go up from this. Like 5 to 10% is the average that we see, but there's no reason, if your content's not super great, there's no reason that this couldn't spike even higher. So hope you got something valuable out of this, and good luck.